Today we are covering one of the last dev diaries for the upcoming 1.36 patch and the DLC. Of course, in the video description and the pinned comment you can check a playlist with the previous dev diaries summarized. Today is the last dev diary about new content for the nations. This is gonna cover Yemen and Arabia in general. As you see, we're gonna receive two new mission trees, one for the Rassids and one for all the Yemeni countries. Both of them are like not huge, but they are decent sized. And let's see what type of the content we can expect from there. So in general, for the Yemeni tax, the mission tree is not huge because usually in the end you're gonna aim on forming Mamluks, Egypt or Arabia, where each of them has a bigger mission tree. One of the new things that is introduced in these mission trees is that you're getting a modifier not for a certain amount of the years, not permanent, thank you, but for the certain age. Until the end of Age of Discovery, you're getting monthly splendor and co-creation cost, and it has to be the same age based on the description, which means you want to aim to get this mission ASAP. There are bonuses for your trade empire, because obviously one of the things that you want to do is to unite your home trade region and share lots of coffee. So we've got propagate religion trading policy, only requiring 40% of the trade share instead of 50%. And whenever you convert a province through religion propagation, you get one navy tradition. So you can get a lot of it with lots of nodes when you're propagating, pretty much enough to keep it at 100. Propagate religion state policy will only require 30%, that's another mission, and you're getting 15% perma trade steering. It's a bit easier to get the telasocracy modifier from what I understand. So you see that Master of Mint Advisor will provide 5% trade power abroad per level, so up to 25%. And of course the telasocracy bonuses. Obviously, as mentioned, a big focus of your trades empire is gonna be coffee. So you can get a plantation a bit early, I assume. You can improve your production building and get lots of money. Yeah, a bit of money from your production of coffee in a certain province. The monopoly on coffee history privileges is of course another monopoly which I do not recommend, but yeah, you can get money for a short term by giving up all your production in the future for 15 years. But what is more important from this mission is that you can increase the price of coffee by 25% permanently. So I assume those were like general missions for Yemeni tax and Rassids. There are a few of them that are specific for the Rassids, so you can get missionary strength for 30 years, upgrades for the theocracy interaction. Ooh, okay, so you can upgrade your interactions, which is working like what? Making it claims whole areas instead of individual provinces, and sanctions holy war for the theocracy interaction, making the claims permanent. From what I remember, this sanctions holy war was giving you claims on all of the nations of the different religions that are bordering you. I mean the bordering provinces. So that's something you can either change it to areas bordering you or to get these bonuses permanently. I love it. Another mission here is about yearly income for every province of a tax building. Tax meta is real. For maximum +2 at 20. The event clerical holdings happens and it's again 2 options. It's improving another feudal theocracy interaction, making give +10% national tax modifier and additional 10% construction costs in the province of a mosque or better. So if you the tax meta is real for the Rassids. Or can improve the same interaction by making it take away 5% of Crownland from Ulema estate. Then you can of course upgrade your third interaction, which is a choice between distributing 5 random development across the country or 75% cheaper advisor. Another mission is giving you the spread of the word of Zaid until the end of the game, which is permanent casus belli against neighboring heathens and heretics, so you don't need religious ideas to have this casus belli. Another one is Saidi Caliphate, which gives you a new Caliphate event, 10% perma power production, and unlocks you the Caliphate government reform. At the same time, Unifying Islam decision will now give us additional -10% war score costs to other religions. Finally, once you unite Arabia, you can of course form it, and you can form it without requirement of a technology, so it's much faster. You don't have to wait till Tech 20, you can probably speedrun it much faster. Now what's important It's a bit more worth to from Arabia now. 1. A new, better mission tree. 2. New ideas. So let's take a look at them. We're getting 20% cooperation cost, which is lovely, more than lovely for fast expansion. Years of separatism, not -5 like usually this, but -10. So not only faster conquest, but also less rebels. Then we've got siege ability, 15%. I know, guys, how rare of a modifier siege ability is, so this is a very lovely modifier to have in your national ideas. CAF to inf ratio and CAF combat ability, 25%. The CAF only meta might be there with you. Demilitarized and stacks meta, 20% is fairly nice. Trade steering, which might play very nice with the trade steering you're receiving earlier from the Rassids mission tree. So you get 40% together. Missionary strength 3%, war score cost versus other legions 10%, could be a bit more maybe, but it's still decent. A missionary and missionary maintenance cost. And finally, army tradition decay. I absolutely love these ideas, with one but. There's one big but. Army tradition decay is some quality military modifier would make it perfect. Let's see what we've got for Arabia then. Of course, once you form it, you're getting an event where you want to put your capital. Is it Cairo? Is it Damascus? Is it Baghdad? Or is it our current capital? Now, from my understanding, all of the Arabic countries in Arabia have the same mission tree, so it's not like you're getting an upgrade. You can get an upgrade starting as Rassids or Yemen, but as Arabian country, you are getting the same as when forming Arabia, which is actually a pretty big and decent mission tree, ending with rightly guided. These missions are available to all Bedouin and Hejazi countries. Okay, so they did it on purpose that both Najd and Hejaz have the same missions. The mission tree itself is split on 5 parts. 2 of these parts are inspired by Hejaz, 2 of them are inspired by Najd and they are a bit smaller, and finally the 5th path is all about the conquest. What we've got in these missions, where we've got some stuff like tolerance to the true faith, course of advisors to pluralist religion, prosperity Medina and Mecca, as well as development cost, bonuses to these provinces again, but this time until the end of the game we are receiving local goods price modifying a possible number of buildings. For the Najd flavor part you can get 2137 of manpower, but at the same time a choice of support of the sheikhs. Option 1 you upgrade enlist general interaction to give us 60 army tradition general. I think it's 40 or 30 in vanilla without this change. Option 2, another interaction trained horsemanship, is gonna increase its length up to 15 years and it's gonna give us also 10% CAF cost on top of what it was giving already. And finally, option 3, conscript from tribes, is gonna give us 1 full year of manpower. So let's say you're getting 500 manpower a month, you can calculate that it's 6,000 manpower that you're getting right away by just clicking the button. This is something that I always love, so you know, minimizing the minuses you're getting to develop certain provinces from a privilege. This nation, like Sweden for example, has for the forests, right? Oasis development, allowing us to reduce the penalty for arid climate provinces and to get minus 15% local development cost in desert and coastal desert provinces. We got some bonuses to find Riyadh to the current Saudi Arabia capital, upgrade invite communities from abroad, feudal theocracy interaction, making it contribute 5 random development across the country, as well as some modifiers to the city. There is a decision around the gold mine, which was pretty much almost fully depleted by 1444, but you can restore it. You just have to develop the province a little bit and get a building. In exchange, this gold mine won't be as efficient as a normal gold mine, and over time it's gonna deplete and it's gonna change back into cloth. So how about the expansion part of the mission tree? Well, it's of course all about the permaclaims, and we are getting an event feature of the Al-Azhar University, which I think was blurred in one of the previous dev diaries. There are again 2 options. 1, we lose 1000 ducats, but we change the development of the monument by 1. So if it's a level 2 already, instead of spending 5000, spend 1000, and I don't have to take time to upgrade it. I love it. At the same time, if you don't have university yet, we're getting this building. While the option 2 is making ulama more loyal, and for 30 years we're getting staff cost, monthly piety, and reform progress growth. Both are really decent modifiers. Again, if you are playing as Najd or Hejaz, you can form Arabia without requirement of the technology, which is something that I would definitely gonna try to speedrun in the future. And you're getting claiming the caliphate until the end of the game, which is unjustified demands and tolerance with the true faith, as well as adopt the title of Khalifa decision. We also give us double the piety, and the modifier will also give 10% religious unity. Then we've got the event New Caliphate, which is unlocking as the Caliphate guarantee form that I think it was already added in the previous patch, 1.35, I believe so. Plenty of perma claims, and it's for some areas and 3 big regions: Maghreb, Horn of Africa, and East Africa. The final mission, which, as we spoke, rightly guided, is firing event Second Islamic Golden Age, which is giving something that we already know from the previous DLCs, like for example Poland had, where you can either extend your current golden age by 50 years, or if you already passed this golden age, you can restore it, so have 2 golden ages. On top of that, you're getting permaclaims on every province of Muslim religion group. That is so nice to unify Islam. But the question is how much you have to conquer to get it. I assume a lot. Finally, Unify Islam decision will now give additional 10% war score costs with other religions. This is it, guys. This dev diary was much smaller than the previous ones, and next week we'll go more into feature breakdown of 1.36 and some quality of life changes. I assume there will be a couple of them. So guys, if you did enjoy this dev diary video, remember to leave a like on it and subscribe to the channel to get more. Bye!